It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston, it hasn't been the most lively start to the season for them, just 1-3 through their first 4 games. But they can start things moving in the right direction with a win here tonight. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Here in Houston, it's another home game for the Rockets. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back three a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he had a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living. But it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, D.A. There's just no answer. Brent, we're already starting to hear some trade rumors out there. Is it ever too early to start making changes?
If you talk to any good GM, it's never too early to start thinking about how can I make this roster better.
Constant thought.
There are some times, though, and I think we've seen this through the years, where there might be a player that's on the roster that, whether there's a coaching change or his approach to the season, maybe it's a contract year and mentally he's not really where he needs to be, that sometimes teams examine that and think, might need to remove this now in order for us to get where we need to go. And that might be some of the reasons why, Kevin, we're hearing some names this early in the season.
Exactly. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Gallinari and Harris, your small and power forwards. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Gortat in at the 5 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Williams passes to Gortat. Dishes it to Gallinari. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Danilo possesses a deceptive strength that he uses so well on plays like that. Got to the hoop plus the foul. Well, he's had ankle troubles and knee surgeries. Last season, a gluteal tear. And over the course of his career, injuries seem to be more of a part of what Danilo Gallinari's story is about in the NBA. Hopefully, he'll find some health this year.
And Gallinari, an efficient scorer, if he can just, Brent, stay healthy.
Yeah, the optimism seems to be waning with regards to that. Over his 10-year career, he's played about half of the games, and you're paying him a pretty good sum of money. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're an owner, but as a fan, you root for him to be out there and have some success.
Harris looking it over, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Williams against Harden. From 17 feet out, shots good by Williams.
Well, the in-between game is really nice from Lou Williams. Great at working his way into a place on the floor where he can attack you with the shot.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
6 on the shot clock. The shot by Anthony, no good. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Harris outside. And Gallinari kicks to Williams. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and that one's good. Beverly.
And becoming more of a staple of his attack offensively, you give Beverly a look from deep, and he'll make it.
Chris finds Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. He dishes it to Harden. Anthony, the pass to Harden. They need this one. Buries it from 3-point range.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that 3-point shot is a primary weapon.
Now, here is Gortat. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Williams can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Harden on the wing. 26 points for him last game against Utah. Back to Paul, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Second is Clint Capella.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Williams kicks to Gortat. Back to Williams. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. That one falls. Williams has got his second bucket.
Well, this is what gets his teammates going. The veteran Williams shaking and making the defense work.
Pass to Chris. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here is Gallinari. Last time out, he had 13 points.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here's Chris. He kicks it to Carmelo. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
Pass to Gallinari. Over Anthony. And it's Gallinari missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the paint. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
The Clippers last season really proving the value of the new two-way contracts. G League players who could step up and play a lot of time with the parent club.
I mean, the Agua Caliente, that's the name of their G League squad, was huge last year as the Clippers pretty much became the lab rats for how these two-way contracts were going to work, how you move players up and down between the rosters. And Doc found some real winners last year that came in and started a ton of games for Doc Rivers, and their contributions almost got them to the playoffs.
Here's Capella following the score by Lou Williams.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible, not getting anything to go. And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Now Harris. James Harden missing on the three. And there's the pass to Beverly. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Beverly's got 5 now.
And Patrick Beverly can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
Now, here is Harden. Over Gallinari. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
Now Gortat still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Williams can't hit.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for Lou Williams. A very nice season for him last year. 11th in free throw percentage. And he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And let's again give him credit for knocking down free throws at such a torrid pace. He was operating in a steady groove all last season. Kicks it to Beverly. Back to Williams. Chris with the rebound.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
And the shot goes down. He has 5.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Williams for 3. The Clippers getting another chance here. Anthony against Gallinari. Passes it to Gortat. Back to Gallinari from deep. And that one is off. So Houston will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win now mode and were willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
Now here's Paul. Following the miss by Avery Bradley. That one drops for him.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Beverly in the game against New Orleans. Very impressive. Pass to Mbamute. Great D that time from Green.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
Here's Tucker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 3-point Houston lead.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shot to stop the run. And Mbamute can't get it to go. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. He kicks to Gordon. Three-pointer. The shot off that time.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Rockets.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
The first one falls.
There's a nice, quiet leadership quality that Avery Bradley gives to his teammates, and it's something that the coaching staff absolutely is on board with.
All free throws good from Avery Bradley. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
First one falls for him. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back at 06, spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Clippers trail by 3. Everly with the ball. He's got 5. Harrell dishes to Bradley. Harrell kicks to Scott. Outside Bradley. Beyond the arc. Green with the rebound.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Gordon. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Bradley against Gordon. Right side Bradley. Scott. And the Clippers miss again. Houston leading by 3. Paul with the 3. No good that time. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Bradley can't get it to go.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's Paul. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Deceptive speed from Paul there. You never know what he's going to do.
Paul against Beverly. Pass to Harrell. Back to Beverly. Over Paul. And it's Beverly missing.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. Yep, that one goes. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Checking in for your Rockets, James Ennis.
Now here's Beverly over Paul. And the Clippers miss again. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Houston. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Gordon, the guard tandem. E.J. Tucker is out there with Nene, and it's Ennis in at the 3. Now here's Bradley. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans. It's Scott on the wing. Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Beverly. It's rebounded by Houston. Ennis taking his time here. Knocks it loose. Tries to save it. Scott finds Bradley. Here is Mbamute, and the dunk by Mbamute.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Out to the wing. Ennis passes to Harden. Now Ennis. Houston moving it around. Harden left side. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. They get it back, and the second chance effort by Gordon. And the Rockets lead by 5.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Right side Bradley. He's off on that one, so Houston will take it the other way. Harden against Beverly. Harden left side. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's a 7-point Houston lead.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. Now here is Harris. Bradley, no one around him. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's his first foul.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Rockets leading by 7. Harden kicks to Capella. The pass to Gordon. Back to Capella. And here's Ennis. Gortat covering. A floater. And the nice bucket inside from Ennis.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Harden against Bradley. Harris outside. Gortat with the ball and guarded by Capella. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Gordon with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Tuesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for the matchup with the Bulls, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Now here's Williams, following the miss by Avery Bradley. Bradley with another miss.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight. He sunk that three in the first. It's yet to make another one.
Harris inside. Anthony on him. And he gets the bucket.
Tobias Harris becoming better and better from that range.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Lets it go with the three. Gortat with the rebound.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Gordon's got the lead up to 9 now for Houston. And here's Bradley. Over Harden. Bradley can't get it to go.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Harden the pass to Ennis. Now Capella. Here's Anthony. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
Houston making a switch here. Chris is checked in. Gallinari finds Williams. Gallinari against Anthony. Gallinari passes to Harris. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Chris. Up the floor. The shot by Anthony, no good. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So worked out nicely.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, Tobias, too strong. Gets inside, not going to be denied.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
One shot.
That's good from Harris. Last season, Brent, the addition of 2-way contracts. Does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before.
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Now here's Anthony. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go.
Man, that 2003 draft class, just an absolute monster. And Carmelo Anthony, the third pick that year. Think about it, LeBron, Melo, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Heck, 3 or 4 of those guys played together, but all taken in the first 5 picks. What a great draft that was for the NBA.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Anthony.
Just get a feeling like Melo has brought some extra energy to this one. This guy eats, drinks, and breathes basketball, but he's at it here tonight.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Chris Paul comes in for James Harden. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here are the Clippers now. Here's Bradley. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Gallinari outside. Fires for 3. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Bradley.
Well, rise and fire. The aggressive mindset from Bradley helping his teammates stay engaged.
Paul kicks to Green. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Bradley. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Second, Chris Paul.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Kicks to Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Rockets with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Here's Paul. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Green dishes to Paul. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Gortat's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Harris outside Bradley. Misses the 3. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Anthony. And too long on the shot. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's stolen by Green. It's stolen by Harris. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lob pass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Harris. And And the shot no good, a bit short.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Anthony with the bucket.
Melo not afraid to pull the trigger from deep, that time for 3.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
Nene, he's checked in for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. And Mbaamute's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Avery Bradley. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He'd never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Beverly finds Williams. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Back to Harrell. Over Nene. Kept alive. And Harrell slams it in.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
And so it's Houston with it. Paul passes to Tucker. Green kicks to Nene. Back to Green.
Still scoreless. You wonder if it's starting to get to him.
Offline with his 3. Outside, Scott. Harrell, the pass to Mbaamute. Shot clock at 6. No good off the front iron.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen. No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Paul finds Nene. Back to Paul. The 3. Not going to go that time. Mbaamute with it. Pass to Beverly. Now Harrell. Defended by Paul. Back to Harrell. There's the pass to Beverly from downtown. The shot, no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Houston on top, up 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys shot a great percentage in the first half, but still a tight game. What do you think's causing that?
I think right now we're playing at their tempo. You know, we need to pick up the pace. Defend, rebound, run, and pick up the pace a little bit.
And defense starts that pace. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play, everybody. Welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Houston was looking great right away. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. During the entire first quarter, only twice did the lead change hands before they took full control, closing out the first. Going into the second quarter, they lost a little focus, sacrificed some points, but still finished with a 4-point cushion at the half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I like their effort on the boards. Because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell him stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Why you think they call me ankle bully?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Williams and Gallinari out on the perimeter. Harris and Gortat are up front, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greg, he finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
Two shots.
And that one misses. Brent, Lou Williams last season dropping a career-high 50 points on the Golden State Warriors in a regular season game.
Well, he led the Clippers to that convincing win on the road against the defending champs, and you better believe he saves his best game for the stiffest of competition.
He hits the second from the line.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Here's Harden. The shot off that time. Gortat with the defensive effort. Here's Beverly. Chris with the rebound. Rockets leading by 3. Harden right side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Gortat's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Harris inside the line. The shot, no good. So Houston will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Paul can't get it to go.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
And that one drops for him. And that's 15 points for Williams.
Right now, no shaking sweet Lou. When he's close to the basket, he's good at looking off the defense.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Gortat with the ball and guarded by Capella. Ball against Williams. Williams double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Rockets with the ball. And it's Paul with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Now, here is Harden. 10 points for him. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer. A striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Can they get it? And he bangs it home with one hand.
I don't know how you match up sometimes with the long arms and high release of Gallinari. The defense learned their lesson on the drive there.
Capella, the pass to Harden. Passes it to Anthony. Over Harris. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Harden. Anthony's got 13.
Right now, Melo is just feeling it, scoring at will and dominating the offense.
Here's Harris, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Tobias Harris had his best season in 2018, a career year from the three-point line, and you saw how much just his value jumped in that time frame. A key piece and a key part of the trade last year with Blake Griffin.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good. And guys, Clippers coach Doc Rivers calls Harris a nightmare matchup. What do you think?
Well, especially when he slides from the three over to the power forward spot. He spaces out the floor and then can put the ball on the deck, on the drive, get in and create some opportunities.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. And so he makes both from the line.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Capella goes in. Gortat with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 8. Beverly for 3. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's 6 points for Eric Gordon.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
Paul against Beverly. Harden has a wide-open look. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Beverly finds Gallinari. Inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gallinari's got 7 points.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly.
2 points. That one goes. And that's now 9 points for Clint Capella. Here's Beverly. He has 5. Gallinari on the wing. And he gets the bucket. Gallinari's got 6 points in the quarter.
Respecting the effort from Gallo there, works his way near the rim, and no one stops him from doing his thing there.
Pass to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. Harden draws the double. Back to Gordon. Over Gallinari. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Gallo's so smart on the inside with his array of fakes and moves. He's always a threat to draw fouls on shot attempts like that.
For Los Angeles, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws.
2 shots.
I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
That free throw good from Gallinari. The Rockets making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Bradley's checked in for Lou Williams. Gallinari hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. Ennis passes to Gordon. From 13. Rebound by the Clippers. Gortat's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Harris kicks to Gallinari. And it's off from 3-point range. On the wing, Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 15.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Gortat with the ball and guarded by Capella. High arcing shot. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut back down to 6 after the bucket from Beverley.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Gallinari outside. Over in the corner, Beverley. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make him pay for it.
Anthony, lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Beverley. He's got 7. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Gortat.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
No good on the free throw for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Anthony, and it's Green in for Ennis. And then for Los Angeles, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Scott comes in for Harris, and Mbah a Moute comes in for Gallinari. and he can't hit the second.
Well, Montrezl Harrell, seen by many as a throw-in in that Chris Paul trade, has paid huge dividends for the Clippers.
Rockets leading by 4. Harden finds Capella. Deflects the pass. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And with Harrell standing 6'8", he seems undersized, Brent, but his wingspan measured over 7'4".
Well, the wingspan and the effort that he plays with, which is hard to measure but easy to see, makes him very unique at that position. Long arms, very strong, and just runs the floor. I mean, he just takes off down the floor and hard to stop once he gets going.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Now here's Beverly. He's got 9. Here's the floater. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bradley.
That's a tricky shot for anybody to defend. Avery Bradley comes in with the floater and a nice teardrop there.
Here is Harden. He's got 15. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Now here's Bradley. Tries yet again, and the layup is good. Bradley's got 11.
Bradley, the 2 guard, getting in there and getting dirty, crashing the glass for an extra possession.
Here's Green. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harden against Beverly. Now the dish to Harrell. For the tie. And no problem from Bradley as he finishes at the rim. Bradley's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
Free throw drops for Harden.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And Beverly kicks to Bradley. Back to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Now here's Green. No points in the game yet for him.
I think Patrick Beverly loves the challenge every night to shut down his man. Takes great pride on the defensive end.
Harden can't hit. Clippers trail by 3. Bradley drives in. Buries it down low. Bradley's got 15 points. Houston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. To the right side. It's Nene, high post. Gordon against Mba'amoute. And the basket by Gordon. 8 points for him.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 15. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Marquise Chris.
.104 left in the third. And here's Beverly. 9 points in the game so far, just 4 to shoot. Harden surveying the D. He kicks it to Tucker. Back to Harden. There's the triple, and the three ball is good. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Beverly, the pass to Bradley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Houston's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden against Beverly. Now Harden, 23 points in the game. Over Beverly. Nene trying to get open. He's off from 17 feet. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets lead by 6. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
We're in the bonus, so be careful with our fouls. Don't get them on the line. Defense is pretty solid. Make those multiple efforts of getting to the guy, getting back, to get through the screen.
Yeah, urging his guys not to give up easy points, Greg, at the line.
They've got to be smart. From this point on, you can't afford to bail the other team out.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Nene. Green is out there with Paul. And there's Chris. And it's Tucker in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
One shot.
Now, just such leadership that Chris Paul brings every night to the floor. It commands your respect and the opponent's respect, and it's making everyone around him better right now.
Now here's Williams. Harrell down low, guarded by Nene. It's Bradley on the wing. And he jams it with authority.
Bradley showing he's got some rise in those legs, the two guard up top.
Rockets leading by 7. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Back to Paul. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
Here's Bradley. The teardrop falls in. Bradley's got 19 points.
Year after year, Avery Bradley seems to come back with something more in his bag of tools. Nice job on the pick and roll there.
Back to Green, and stolen by Williams. And now the Clippers on the break. Steps back and shoots. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
And Chris throws it down.
How about Chris using a little bit of muscle to get his way, fighting through the contact that time.
And 6'10" forward Marquise Chris, the 8th overall pick in 2016 out of the University of Washington.
And you know, Kevin, it was almost like he took a step back in year 2. The guy's an athletic pogo stick, but you're going to need more than just size and leaping ability if you want to succeed in this league.
One shot.
That's good from Chris. When you watch Marquise Chris, Brent, this is a guy who really teases you with his talent, with his athleticism.
Yeah, well, a lot of the highlights for Marquise Chris have the ball being thrown for lobs and Marquise Chris finishing off with big dunks. Interesting thing for him is what position does he play in today's game? Can he become a stretch four, Kevin, to find some minutes and be consistent with knocking down long-range jump shots? The pace of play certainly could help out Marquise Chris with that athleticism that you referred to.
Now here's Williams following the shot by Chris Paul. Williams dishes to Harrell. Out to Gallinari. 5 to shoot. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gallinari's got 10 points here in the second half.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Green with the ball. Williams picks him up. Green finds Nene. That's tipped. Taken away by Williams. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Williams with a clean look. Off target with the open look.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Bradley against Paul. Steps back and fires. Bradley can't get it to go.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Ennis kicks to Chris. And stolen by Williams. And it's Bradley off the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, Bradley right now putting the defense, something he does well, on its heel because of his offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And Carmelo Anthony's subbed in for Green. The Clippers also changing it up. Gortat's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Mike Scott. And so Bradley nails both of them. Here is Paul. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Timeout called, the Rockets. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let up out there. We'll see how well he got the point across.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Capella. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Gallinari wide open, and the 3 ball is good. Gallinari's got 5 points now this quarter.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
Now here's Paul. Here's Chris. Another miss by Houston. Gallinari outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Now here's Ennis. He's guarded by Williams. To end the drought. And that one goes long. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Harris's shot is good.
Now, Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
Paul passes to Chris. Here's Capella. Kicks it to Anthony. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gortat's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Now here's Williams. T right on him. Bradley finds Gortat. 4 on the shot clock. Out to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Well, Harris does a good job. Stop, show the ball, get him up in the air, and then find your way to the free throw line.
Three shots. 3 shots.
That's good from Harris.
I feel like Tobias Harris's confidence has grown over the past couple seasons, especially on the offensive end. Very capable of taking advantage of smaller defenders.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Bradley. And he sinks the second. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Rockets trail by 3. Deep 2 from Anthony, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
A quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch and shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Harris outside. Capella against Gortat. To the wing right side. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Back to Gordon. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Clippers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Harris outside. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Let's go. Gortat comes up with the rebound. Gortat's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Gordon against Williams. The drive by Gordon. Pass to Chris. From beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Gortat's the Clippers trail. Here's Harris. Chris with the rebound. Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Gordon and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Eric Gordon, the 2017 Sixth Man of the Year award winner. I mean, he has found a home and just been tremendously productive with the Rockets.
And he makes the first. And Gordon, also the winner of the 2017 three-point shootout. His long-range proficiency, a great fit on the Rockets.
You know, he's got that low set shot release, but, man, he gets it off with great volume and one of the more prolific three-point shooters in our league.
Both free throws good from Eric Gordon. Clippers trail by 4. Beverly with the ball. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Here's Gallinari.
Melo using all of his length to stretch that one out there. Good job contesting that shot.
Knocks down the step back Jay. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Wasted no time on that one.
Look, I checked the numbers, guys. We know he is great from out there. He made one in the first half. Now he has one so far in this half. Look out.
Now here's Capella. The pass to Anthony. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Anthony's got 9 points here in the second half. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Harris outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
Here's Gordon, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. No good on that one. And he's good on the second.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Puts it up off the inbound. That one wide left. Clippers trail by 7. Outside Williams. Here's the teardrop. And that's 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
He's such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
Now here's Gordon. Tipped away. Stolen by Beverly. Count that one. And now just a 3-point Rocket lead.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Gordon the pass to Capella. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Gordon kicks to Chris. At the top of the key, Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon finds Chris. And he banks in the layup. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Marquise Chris, that's confidence.
Gordon against Williams. Harris outside. Back to Williams. With the teardrop. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 21 points for Williams.
Wow, huge in a big moment there. Getting the ball to Lou Williams, not a bad idea.
Gallinari dishes to Beverly. Back to Gallinari. Here's Gortat. Out to Gallinari. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Not sure, maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Rockets leading by 3. Passes it to Paul. Over Beverly. Paul can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Gallinari. Again, the Clippers.
And that's why these fans love their Gallo. His ability to step up and take huge shots is what makes him so valuable.
Gordon the pass to Paul. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Anthony kicks to Chris. Rejected by Harris.
Every so often, Tobias Harris showing you something defensively, and great timing to throw that one away.
To take the lead. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Anthony. Pass to Gordon. Here's Paul. It's good.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
Beverly for 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So he's a good free throw shooter. Tobias Harris smartly looking to get in there and find some easy points from the line.
Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting for Houston, Chris Paul. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds, maybe the first person who touches the ball.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
At the line for 2.
2.
2 Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
Tucker finds Green. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. Great crowd tonight, but what made the difference down the stretch?
We were trying to play solid defense, talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing tonight. It was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, we got a good victory at home.
Big win, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.